Sarah White. She's dumbed herself down today.
Of course, as
she
always.
Thought that she'd look. The viewings have gone up. The viewings have gone up in the live already. The viewings have gone right up in the chat. Yeah, she went to she thought she had blue paint. She was going to come as mum at Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf.
Right, Sarah. So just give us a little update about why you're here today at Whitechapel outside Tower Hamlets Council office.
So we're here today. This is not just because it's Tower Hamlets. If this goes ahead in Tower Hamlets, they want to deem all pink ladies as racist, fascist, neo-Nazis, which is absolutely ridiculous. That all they want to do is silence women, because as the pink ladies and all women up and down this country, we are coming together, and when women rise together, when we fight together, we encourage men to then come out, because this is a movement led by women, supported by men. And at the end of the day, all of the women in this country, when they are encouraged and empowered by all of the women here to come out, then we are a force to be reckoned with. And at the end of the day, if this goes ahead here, it will be a domino effect across the country, and that's why it has to be stopped. We have to stop it at the root cause and not let this go ahead. I don't think that it will. I don't think that it will stop. I do think that you look at the amount of councillors in here. There is 45 councillors in Tower Hamlets themselves, and at the end of the day, I think 40 of them are Pakistani Muslim men. And you have to look at Bangladeshi. Sorry.
Correct yourself, yeah.
Yeah, correct yourself. But you have to look at the dynamics, and it is a Labour government in here. They're a Labour council. So Labour want to silence us. They are not happy with the way that this is going.
Have you had any, I presume that their meeting is now finished. Have you had any statement or anything? You heard anything out of the council offices?
No.
Any feedback?
No, nothing at all.
I've spoken to a couple of people around from the other side.
Yeah.
Who believe that this protest could be divisive. What are your thoughts on that?
Do you know what? I just think that we all had to turn up. You've got counter protesters all over the place around here now. Why are they counter protesting against the pink ladies? At the end of the day, the pink ladies are here to protect women and children. Children are the most vulnerable and the most precious in our society. For people to come and counter-protest us and deem us to be racist is absurd. How can you deem all of these women here? Do they look racist? Do they look like thugs? Do they look like Nazis? We are standing up for the rights of women and children in this country. A young girl got sexually assaulted in Epping. We protested against that. Counter-protesters turned up, and lo and behold, we was right. The man was charged of 5 counts of sexual assault. Why are there now counter-protesters here? Is it because this movement is becoming so big that they're worried about where this can go? It has to stop. We are allowed to protest. We are allowed to support our women and children, and that is British women and children. That is anyone that is in this country that is a woman and a child. We can all agree. I just spoke to counter-protesters over there. I said, I'm here for women and children. I'm here for, people with disabled children are having their benefits stripped away from them at every single turn. Surely we can agree that they need the benefits more than undocumented men that are coming into this country. That is something we can all agree on. And they just agreed with me on that.
It's because in terms of division, obviously you've got to stand up to racism, counter-protest over there. And just to reiterate, I know, obviously I know this message, but just to reiterate the message, it's nothing to do with skin colour.
It's to do with the fact that
this particular council have come out and made this statement.
Yeah.
They didn't have to or need to, but they
have. No, they didn't have to and they didn't need to. And I would question their integrity, because at the end of the day, is it because of their cultural background that they want to silence women? Because this is a woman-led movement. Are they wanting to silence women? And it's got nothing to do with race. We are a multicultural movement, and we are protecting women and children across this country. So race doesn't come into it. But we have got women that are scared to come here because they're worried about the opposition. How can you have an opposition turn up when we're here fighting for women and children? And that is women and children that are in this country, no matter what their skin colour. That's irrelevant. Skin colour doesn't come into it. But you remember, there have been people out protesting for 5 days after what happened in Manchester. You know, they're the ones that are out, and they're racist and they're fascists. not these women that are here.
What's your what's your reasoning of coming dressed as the way you've dressed?
Because I'm a pink lady.
Is it pink to make the boys wink?
No, you know what it is? It's because at the end of the day, they're trying to silence women, and by them silencing women, what ramifications will this have? If it goes ahead in this council, other councils will happen up and down this country, and then what happens? Do they want us to end up like other countries where women are completely silenced, they're dumbed down, and they have to cover up? We are in the UK, we are allowed to dress how we want, we are allowed to speak, we have equal rights, and we have fought for that in this country time and time again for centuries. And we are, look at how we are now. Look at these women here today. The women from Canary Wharf, this is their area. We've come in support, and all women across this country have to stand up for everybody.
I've just had a quite well said. I've had quite a productive conversation with a guy from the other side who is a Muslim.
Yeah.
And we did have a chat for a good half an hour or so. A couple of things I disagree with him on, but I think it is important that we obviously try and communicate to meet in the middle. One of the things that he said right at the end said, obviously as a practicing Muslim, he said one thing he will not do is shake a woman's hand. And the reason why I said that is because he's not related to that person. So he said it's not offensive. Wasn't trying to. He said I'm not trying to be offensive, but in the culture, obviously in their culture, that's the reason why they don't do it. So
Martin, you know me, right? And I accept everybody, and I accept their cultural beliefs. When I go to Dubai, I know that the moment I stand up from my Sunlander, I have to cover up. I respect their culture. I respect their beliefs in their country. It is a Muslim country. This country has Christian values and Christian beliefs. If he's here and he believes he doesn't want to shake a woman's hand, that is fine. But when they are trying to silence our women, when we are trying to protect children, that is when there has to be a line drawn under it, and we have to put a stop to it.
last and not least, well done, girls. Well done. Give a big round of applause for Sarah. I'm not finished, mate. Hang on, man, I'm not finished.
Sorry,
Can you wait?
I just finished.
Can you wait till I'm finished, mate?
Yeah, sorry.
Last but not least.
Yes.
How are you going to wash it off?
Well, I thought.